Hey Dreamers, this is Jordan Powell with Dream On, and we are almost through 2024. We're now in December, and I was just taking time this morning to think back and reflect upon everything that the Lord has done this year, all over the world through Dream On. And let me tell you, I'm just blown away by some of those things. Let me give you a few high-level overview of what the Lord did this year. So, back in January of 2024, myself and another evangelist, Ryan Young, went to San Pedro Sula, Honduras, and we were able to do some amazing things. We were able to minister in several churches, and we were able to pray for the sick. We had several people healed. It was an incredible time. There was a testimony of a woman who had this tumor and it completely shrunk. Just amazing things. And I just want to say thank you for helping to support things like that with Dream On this year. Then fast forward a few months to March of this year, we were able to take 20 students from Troy Christian schools to the same city, San Pedro Sula, Honduras. And let me tell you, the pictures, the video, just the testimonies of what the Lord did through these students was absolutely incredible. They were able to minister in schools. We did a crusade, and they even did some adventure things like going behind a waterfall and some things like that. But the things that the Lord did through these students was absolutely incredible. And I just want to say thank you. And then fast forward a few months to May, we went to Brazil for the third year. And let me tell you, this was the biggest year we've experienced so far in Brazil. This year in Campinas, Brazil, we had over 50,000 people at a Dream On party. Those nights marked me for forever. I can't begin to even tell you all the things that we saw. We saw thousands come to Jesus. We saw so many young people being touched by the Lord, and it was just so incredible. And then from there, we flew to Rio de Janeiro, where we were able to walk the beach of a place where in the future we desire to do a crusade. We got to see the Christ the Redeemer statue. Just amazing time in Brazil, and it was just so cool to see what God did there. And then in July, we took another team of missionaries here from the U.S. down. Many of them was their first trip, and we again saw God moving in a mighty way. We saw, we did a ministers retreat where we brought in about 15 pastors' wives and their family, and we were able to minister to them, encourage them, the husbands separately, the wives separately, the kids separately, and then we would bring them together and do ministry together. And it was incredible to see just the refreshing and renewing that took place as a part of that. And one of my most favorite moments from that trip is we went into several widows' houses, and one of the widows in particular, her and her husband had pastored for decades, but her pastor, or her husband, who was the senior pastor, had died recently, and they were living in like a church parsonage. And unfortunately, after her pastor died, or her husband died, they brought in a new pastor, and so she was essentially kicked out of her home, and so she had to go move into a different home, and she had literally nothing. And I remember we went in and we gave this lady like $200, and the joy and just the tears that would stream down her face and how much gratitude she had. It reminds me of, the Bible talks about taking care of the orphans and the poor, and in that moment I was reminded of the power of doing that and how awesome that was. So I just wanted to say, this is just I don't want to ramble. I could go on and on about everything that the Lord did, but I want to just say thank you so much to all the people that donated, who supported all those things we did. And I'm just scratching the surface on just a few high-level things, but just want to say thank you. We could not do this without you. And as we begin to close out this year, I just want to encourage you. We have amazing things in store for next year. We're going back to Brazil in May, and some other things that we'll be sharing here soon. But if you're looking for end of the year giving opportunities, it would be a great honor if the Lord would speak to you to be able to support that. Support what we're doing here at Dream On. We thank you so much. We truly could not do any of it without the faithfulness of people like you to listen to the voice of God and to support what He wants to do throughout the world, restoring purpose, restoring dreams, and ultimately just bringing people back to know Jesus. And I just want to say thank you. You can give on the links below, and I pray that God will bless you. Amen.